Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have the Julian BRANDT card to check out. Guys, listen, most of the times I try this card, he is incredibly average, okay? Incredibly average. I have yet to play a game of FIFA where he's not average. So if you are looking into buying cheap and safe FIFA coins, look no further than footcoinshop.net. They have the fastest service, an incredible loyalty reward system, and the best prices around. Use my creator code Inception when you sign up for your account and get a 5% discount with your order. Here's the thing. In this year's game, it's a little bit different because he's a center mid, right, in his original position. But in this year's game, you can actually make him work because of the way that the 4-3-2-1 formation works. Or if you play in like a 4-3-3 formation, if he's your more attacking oriented player. It's just possible to do this here, okay? He's 6'1", high, medium, right-footed, 4-star capabilities. Player traits in game. He has the outside foot shot, technical dribbler, as well as the flair trait. In-game attributes. This is how the card is formatted, right? So with this card, guys, he actually has some defensive stats, which actually helps a little bit more to use him as an attacking oriented center mid, okay? Now, with this card, I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't put it past people to actually give him a shadow chemistry style because improving his, defensive stats even just a little bit while still using him as the attacking oriented player would not be a terrible choice because you give him the pace boost, you give him the extra defense. It's mainly going to be in the interceptions part because the interceptions part of the card is what you notice the most when it comes to defensive capabilities, right? So the fact that he does have the 4-star weak foot, he could sometimes do things from time to time, there's potential there. Obviously, in our case, we are going to be giving him the hunter chemistry style because we want to boost the pace as well as the shooting on the card. But regardless, you have to boost the pace because it's in a very low area. So pace in a good area, shooting in a good area, regardless of the chemistry style, passing in a fantastic area, right? Mid-90s for passing stats is very, very good. Hopefully that shows up really well in the game. Dribbling stats also going to be in the mid-90s area. So we do have to experiment with that because normally it's very generic, okay? Even though he's 6'1", high and average body type, we're going to see what that's going to be like in game. Again, defensive stats, he actually has a few. On a shadow, he'll be able to defend from time to time, especially with the interceptions part of the card because of how tall he is, all that good stuff. And then for physical capabilities, the card has a 95 for stamina, right? So I feel like they kind of formatted this card a certain way because they know the meta of the game a little bit, where it's like, if someone uses a 4-3-2-1, he could be used in that position, potentially, okay? So that's how we're mainly going to be using him, is kind of like in that general area, because to be honest with you guys, if I use him in the main attacking positions, I would have to use him specifically in the side areas like 4-4-2 right mid or 4-2-3-1 right attacking mid. But the dribbling, right, considering how tall and his body type is, like, it's not like a Bellingham where it's like, hey, high and average plus, but then his dribbling is a certain way. He's like the only card that does that. So we're going to see what this card is like. Hopefully he's a beast.
Coming up for you from Foot Rivals. What might we see today, Stuart?
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these...
I was about to say, I'm like, something's a little bit weird over here, my boy. I'll take it. Doesn't track after the guy, we score. Ah, white time shot worked out. I thought he was going to forget the ball behind him. I was like, please, no.
Anyone's guess how this is going to finish. 2-1 currently.
Oh, look at him coming out of nowhere.
Well, both managers will be reminding their players of starting the game quickly, hitting the opposition back, playing the ball forward and regaining possession as quickly as possible. Hopefully we get a really good game here.
Okay.
BRANDT. Onto Nkunku. He continues his run. Can't miss.
Worked out. Good movement there. Really nice.
It's there for him. Superbly read and executed.
Lose the ball, but BRANDT actually did really well there.
Well, as you can see, the hosts have controlled the possession and have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield.
Oh, it's developing nicely for them here.
Seriously? That's too much power, EA. Okay, cool.
William.
Jordi Alba. BRANDT.
Ah.
Block.
Boy, Frimpong did well there initially, though.
Nkunku. It's a perfect challenge. He's managed to lose his marker.
BRANDT actually does defensive stuff for me.
Mane. And back to BRANDT.
Aw, manual goalkeeping.
Has it now.
Telling you, the dumb concept, man. I have to look at my player's foot to get the green timing, and then I also have to look at the goalie. Come on, man.
Mane. Well, a top-notch.
Well, at least so far, Julian BRANDT doesn't feel super generic. You know what it is? It's the meta. Like, being able to use him in that center mid area, it's important. If I couldn't do that with him, like, it'd be a little bit annoying.
Mane. BRANDT with it. Diaby. And he's in. And a goal is
Yeah, I had to do that because I was like, is he going to use manual goalkeeping? Who knows? Who knows?
Bellingham. And that's very good refereeing to let the play flow. They were
I had to take that, bro. You know when it's a free kick. I gotta take that. I actually might be able to get a fake shot here.
And you can't be surprised. That was a poor challenge, you have to say.
BRANDT. It should be.
Nicely done. Let's go.
Ray, and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up for you is foot right.
I'm telling you, the card actually like does defensive stuff for me sometimes.
For
Liza here.
textbook goalkeeping following the corner. Alphonso Davies.
This is an amazing pass by BRANDT.
Space for them here. BRANDT. Now with Nkunku. He's got to score.
Nice. See, just because you have stay back while attacking cover center doesn't mean these guys never attack. Like, they will attack sometimes if their work rates and their attacking positioning is set up a certain way, right?
And we're looking at a player who seems to be at the peak of his powers, Heung-min Son. In what way might he contribute today, Stuart?
Well, he's the most creative player on the field. He can run with the ball. He can get himself out.
Okay, BRANDT, I see you, bro. I see you.
Well, I must admit it didn't trouble the keeper to the extent that I thought it might. Effective challenge. And that puts them in position. Excellent.
What a pass by BRANDT. Wow.
What might we see today, Stuart?
Thanks, Derek. Well, often we talk about the tactics, the individual players that are missing, but so often it's the mentality of the players that is key to winning any football game. Which of these teams has the right attitude today?
Guy keeps doing defensive stuff for me, man. I'm telling you. That's why, like, if you want to really use him, attacking or into center mid, trust.
Nkunku. Can he put them in front?
Oh, man.
Well, it was a wonderful
What a pass by BRANDT again.
keeper come. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out.
Look at this.
On to Nkunku. And on to Brony. Oh, they've lost it. They're getting the ball forward. Mbappe.
That works. Let's go, BRANDT.
He had to make the tackle and did. Can he finish?
We'll take it.
Goes an early
We'll take it.
goal.
Let's go. Stay back while attacking cover center, but this guy just pushes forward, bro. He pushes, man. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the team of the season, Julian Brandt card. So for this year's game, this card is way more usable, okay? Way more usable. He doesn't feel as generic, which is really good. He is way more usable because I'm telling you guys, in previous years, I couldn't stand the card. I remember like reviewing like a headliner's version of his card, and then people were like, oh, but the card's a beast for me. It happens in every single player review. Oh, but the card's a beast for me, right? For certain cards. And I'm like, I don't see one person using Julian Brandt in their team. I'm probably not going to still, let's be honest, because people like to use the full meta, right? So in the top divisions, like if I see this card one time, I'll be shooketh, okay? I really will. But I like when they make a card at least usable because they boosted certain areas of his card that required the boost, okay? So the dribbling on the card. The dribbling works out pretty decently, okay? You have to take into consideration he's still 6'1", high in average body type. So if you end up using this card on your team, try your best to specifically use him in that right center mid area or in a right mid position playing a 4-4-2. That's how you want to use this card most of the times, okay? Because they actually made him pretty usable, in my opinion. Like, what was a shocker with this card, and it wasn't even really a shocker because he actually has some, was he actually does defensive stuff for you, right? So it kind of increases that usability to have in that right center mid position. Like, especially if people are trying to build some sort of Borussia Dortmund team, right? And they need to have certain midfielders and then put them on that right-sided position. Perfectly fine, okay? Perfectly fine. He doesn't feel as generic this year. The one thing I really liked a lot about this card was specifically his passing, bro. His passing was super, super well-weighted passes, like on a consistent basis too. Like, it's crazy that when you have the outside foot shot, you can do passes as well. Like, they do passes with that sort of trait. It's insane how that works, but his passes were like, it was basically inch perfect every single time. Like, regardless of the passing mechanics in this game being horrible, his passing specifically came off really nicely. So to be fair, considering the fact that they try to make these cards more of the fodder cards, they did a pretty solid job in regards to usability with him. Like, he doesn't feel as generic in my opinion. So definitely very good to use in that specific way. But will I see him in the top divisions? I don't think so. I don't think I will, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video today. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.